Hello again, Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny episode. Before we get started, I'm giving away 1,000 silver this week on the channel, or a Destiny emblem from Bungie.net store. All you have to do to enter and win is be subscribed, show your support and like the video, and leave a comment down below in reference to Age of Triumph and Destiny 2. Now, if you enter in, the announcement winners will be announced every Tuesday on the first Destiny upload of the week, so stay tuned for Tuesdays. Now, Guardians, getting into the Age of Triumph live stream from the March 22nd live stream is actually going to be all the weapons. We already talked about all the armor pieces, so make sure to go check out the recent video on the channel. Now, to update all of you on primary weapon damage. First off, Deej is wielding the Fatebringer. The Hunter is also wielding a Fatebringer. The difference between this is the Hunter's flash is blue. Deej's flash when he shoots the gun is normal. That means that his does not have arc damage, but the Hunter's does. And why is this? Well, primary weapon damages are coming back, but in a very particular way. Fatebringer, alongside several other primaries from the Crota's End Raid and also Vault of Glass, are getting a rework and getting an Adept version. Vision of Confluence is alongside one of those, and also the Word of Crota was announced as one of those exotics as well. These are going to be Adept versions with the primary damage, but have to take up your exotic slot. So there's actually 2 drops for each of these weapons, an Adept version, and then there's also a normal version. The normal version is going to be legendary, but if you want to ever use the primary damage like you did back in year 1, you will have to use up one of your exotic slots, which is key factor to determining what weapons you'll actually want to get and obtain. So alongside all of this, really interesting stuff, and it's time to move on to the Vision of Confluence and show that off. So here is the Vision of Confluence. As I said before in this video, it is coming back as an Adept exotic version with the chrome and gold style look. This is actually really cool because we'll have a legendary version that we can use inside of the raids, and then we'll have an Adept version that we can actually take into Crucible and show off our skill with the Vision of Confluence once again at a 400 light level. It's actually still a pretty decent scout rifle, so I'd recommend getting your hands on it. Alongside that, the Word of Crota was also mentioned, as I said before, as coming back as an exotic, and some notable mentions and honorable mentions of being able to come back as an exotic, hopefully, would be Atheon's Epilogue, the Fang of Iryu, Oversoul Edict. Those ones in particular, I'd actually really like to come back as exotic versions. Moving on is the Vex Mythoclast. So, out of all of the exotics coming back with ornaments, one of the most prized possessions is the Vex Mythoclast coming back from Vault of Glass, and the ornament on top of that is going to change it from a gold Vex over to a silver chrome looking Vex, which is actually really cool. It matches the new armor sets from the Vogue very well, and alongside that, it has no SANDBOX updates. None. It's not changing. The fire rate, the damage, all of it's staying the same as it is right now. So you have to take some practice in the Crucible before you get to know how to use it. If you learn how to use it, it can actually be a very effective weapon, but you'll have to actually get very used to the recoil. It's got a bloom kind of recoil to it, and that bloom spread from the bullets is very hard to judge and control. And they decided to keep it that way because it is a fast fire rate fusion rifle with primary damage, and that just makes it pretty overpowered if it has a really good aim. And they decided to keep the aim a little low on it, and they decided to keep it a close range weapon. Now, the Vex Mythoclast isn't the only exotic from a raid getting an upgrade. The Necrochasm is also going to be getting an upgrade, and it's going to be changing with the ornamentation, but also some SANDBOX updates as well. It's actually been changed to where if you get a precision kill, you'll actually explode the target. Now it's actually whenever you kill someone, so you don't actually have to get precision shots with the auto rifle to get an explosion, making it really useful for strikes, nightfalls, hopefully some raids, and possibly even PvP events and situations as well, if properly used. Another exotic coming from the raids is known as the Touch of Malice, and that will also be getting an ornamentation that you can actually equip to the Touch. The Touch in the SANDBOX isn't changing at all. They haven't changed any active effects to it. It's just going to stay as it always has. Next up, more weapons getting ornamentation. Exotic Dragon's Breath, or known as Tiger's Breath now because it's got a tiger. You can actually fire a rocket out of a tiger's mouth. Next up is the Lord of Wolf shotgun from the Prison of Elders. You can actually change this to a white and blacked out version, and this version looks quite interesting. So after that is the Suros regime. The Suros regime is getting a blacked out look with the Suros dragon logo on the side of it in yellow. That also looks really awesome. So next up on our exotics to be ornamented is going to be the No Land Beyond. And with the No Land Beyond getting a digital camo, that's not the only thing that changed with the ornament. It actually also got a bipod on the bottom of the weapon that makes it quite interesting. It actually changes the overall design of No Land Beyond, making it a lot more exotic, even though, hell, there's no other sniper in the game like it. So next to this, it's also got some sandbox updates. So if you shoot the gun and you're under fire and you get shot in the shoulder or the foot, you will have some form of flinch. And on top of that, if you're getting shot even more, each bullet after that or damage that you take will make the flinch increase significantly. So you'll actually be seeing that in the gameplay very soon. As you can see, the No Land Beyond was firing and was right on top of the head, but as soon as the No Land Beyond was taking damage, that person was no longer able to get a clear headshot. So the aim might be accurate on the No Land as it was before, but it will change the reticle completely and won't actually be aiming on people's heads. That flinch is significant, so watch out for it if you're a No Lander and get used to it very soon. Now, Guardians, as the video is winding down, it's time to talk about the sandbox updates, some changes to the game, and the main stuff we've been using in the game already. So, very first thing, Crota's End returning. Black Hammer is not going to be returning with it. Black Spindle was actually deemed the new version of Black Hammer, and for you to use Black Hammer, you'll have to take up your exotic slot and use the new version because Black Hammer was deemed too overpowered to return with the Crota's End. So there won't be a sniper rifle, at least in our mindset, there won't be a sniper rifle available. Now, there might be a new version of the sniper rifle, maybe, with a different name. We're not too sure. They haven't actually stated anything on that. But it's kind of interesting to go into a raid and not be awarded a brand new sniper rifle. Very, very interesting indeed. Next up, hand cannons. Hand cannons got a huge change. The range got dropped down by 3 meters. That's actually going to be a significant amount for the people that are used to using hand cannons. And it's going to be a huge change in Crucible that might affect you in a bad or positive way. You'll have to be closer to do the exact amount of damage that you want, and being further away might deem you incapable of killing someone, so watch out for that. Next up is Scories. Scories artifact is changing. You'll have to actually get a kill to activate Scories for 60 seconds. After that 60 seconds, if you haven't gotten a kill, then it's going to deactivate, meaning that it's no longer effective inside of Trials of Osiris like it used to be. You'll no longer have to camp for your supers. Rush out there, and if you want to activate Scories, make sure that you get a kill first. Another thing, sidearms. Sidearms are changing. So if you die with a sidearm now, right now as the game is, you currently will stack ammunition that you've acquired throughout the map, and you'll actually come back with all of your special weapon ammunition. That's no longer going to be the case. So if a sidearm user dies, they'll actually refund only a portion of that ammunition in actual entirety. Only one clip of ammunition will be left in the gun, meaning that you'll respawn with an entire magazine, but that's it. You get an entire magazine, and if you want any more special weapon ammunition, you'll have to go find it around the map. Every 60 seconds, the special weapon ammunition does respawn, so make sure that you're looking out for it if you do die. Now, Truth is getting a change. Their reload speed is getting maxed out, and the magazine or the backpack is going to be increased by 1, meaning that you will have the 3 rounds, but you'll have to reload for every single round inside of Crucible. So that 1 round is going to be removed, and you'll have 3 rounds. Just make sure that you have the reload capabilities to actually use the ammunition that you acquire. So it will be beneficial to use inside of Trials again. You'll just have to reload after every single use. And then after that, we also have some other changes to talk about, which is going to be with the health regen. Health regen was broken due to the fact of a change with the Hunter, and it's actually proud to say that the Hungering Blade, with the changes to the Titan and the Warlock with Lifesteal and with Cauterize, have now been fixed. The Red Death has now been fixed as well, and your health regen will activate as normal and as attended. Now, Guardians, that's all the information to cover on this Sandbox update, the changes for the live stream coming into the Age of Triumph event. The Age of Triumph event is going to drop for March 28th, 6 days away from today, and I'm really excited to say that because I'll be covering all the event information, all the news, and all the future updates for Destiny and Destiny 2 in the future. It's a perfect time to subscribe to the channel today if you're new, because I do host daily Destiny content, and I also cover all the Destiny 2 information that pops up on the channel. As well as that, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, share it with friends, and as always, stay violent and be privileged.
Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there's the logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy.